Well, I'm just about time for summer, am I? Well, let's get the party started.
Like we used to do.
Greetings y'all, the name is JUNA.R.J and I'm back for more videos, and this time I'll be talking about my top picks on the most anticipating summer movies of 2017. Now, summer has become a big season for us, and that's because Hollywood are coming up with great box office, blockbusting, action-packed movies that will chill us during the summer. And there are thousands of great movies coming in. For many years now, Hollywood has served us the great blockbusting movies. Actually, some of them are worse. But these movies are about to be great, and I'm sure this year it was about to be awesome. And from years to years, we always thought that it's going to be awesome. Well, let's see about 2017. And before we get started about my top picks for the most anticipating summer movies of 2017, we will be doing it monthly from May to July. Yes, we're gonna delay August because yeah, there's nothing good for me in August. And there will be some movies that I won't be mentioning. Well, I know some of them are crappy, like there if we begin the long haul, which gets a recasting, but that's fine actually. But let me get into my top picks. Before we get started, let's start with my honorable mention. I got Alien Covenant because actually I might want to see this movie, but I was busy on the week that movie was released because I got some funeral to do, or how do you call it, like some graveyard meeting or whatever it is. But maybe when I'm in that place, I might actually get to see Covenant just before the fasting month. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, or I should say Salazer's Revenge. Yeah, that's what it's called because that's for the international title. And this movie is going to be released on the week by the end of May. So I don't know if I can be watching this. Cars 3. Yes, I want to watch Cars 3, but this movie will be released on August in where I live. Originally, it will be released in US theater June 16. And the reason why it's released on August in where I live is because Despicable Me 3 is my next top pick for honorable mentions, and that movie will be released on June 16 or June 14 in where I live. So that's an early thing, so maybe I can review that if you want me to. The Dark Tower. Yeah, The Dark Tower. It's another Stephen King novel, which I've heard of this novel, but I don't know if I want to read it because there's a series to it, and I think I couldn't make it through it. But yeah, that was my honorable mentions list. So now let's move on from our first pick. Oh yeah, our first pick was supposed to be in our honorable mentions, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The reason why I did that is because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is actually getting an early release, which will be on April, the last week of April in where I live. This usually happens in my country, and basically we got a lot of action pack. We got Star-Lord, we got Rocket Raccoon, we got Baby Groot, Gamora, Drax, and everyone in the team. So it sounds amazing, and I don't know what to expect about Volume 2. I mean, we got Kurt Russell as Peter's father, so that's actually not a cool thing. And the action pack, oh, it's just gonna be awesome. And obviously I'm gonna see it in IMAX right after the national exam. So my actual first pick is gonna be King Arthur Legend of the Sword. The reason why King Arthur Legend of the Sword is my first pick, that it's a Guy Ritchie movie, and what's good about this movie is that I think it's going to be filled with action packs in it as he tried to portray King Arthur into the movie. King Arthur will be portrayed by Charlie Hunnam, which is actually cool, which we see in Pacific Rim. And not just that, we get a bunch of cool actors. Maybe you got Aidan Gillen, come on, that's him, right? And then we get this mermaid from Pirates of the Caribbean 4. And yeah, there's going to be lots of cool things that are they're awesome to happen in here. So I think I want to see what's going to happen in King Arthur. Let's see how will Guy Ritchie do with King Arthur Legend of the Sword. I know it's getting adult reading, but I want to do it alone. I want to watch this movie by myself. I did this since Passengers. Next one on the pick, wow, this is getting to June, is basically Wonder Woman. Yes, Wonder Woman. This is actually our fourth DC movie in the DC Entertainment Universe, and this movie is the first heroine movie directed by a girl. And yes, this director is actually a female, so that's kind of a cool thing. And we get to see Wonder Woman's origin on how she is in this, whatever that place is called, and how she becomes a goddess. And also we get to see how it takes place with World War I, so it's very exciting. And yeah, I think I might not be holding my fasting temper during this fasting month when this movie came out. Another one on my list is basically The Mummy. Yes, The Mummy, which is basically a reboot to The Mummy, and that's when Universal's trying to bring back the classic horror monsters coming back to life, and this time it's with The Mummy. Yes, this movie stars Tom Cruise. That's another awesome thing. And yes, there are a bunch of great characters like Sofia Boutella, who will be the female mummy. Yes, it's getting a transgender, a different gender of the mummy, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. I mean, yeah, it sounds scary, it sounds haunting. If Hammer could work with this, that would be actually great. And an IMAX release, No problem. Make it IMAX 3D. The next one on my list is Transformers The Last Night. Yes, it's gonna be the 5th Transformers in the 10th year. I mean, it's been a decade and 5 movies. Could you imagine it? 10 years, 1 decade, and 5 Transformer movies already. So that's kind of awesome. And now in the 5th movie, we get to see Optimus Prime being a traitor because he's going to build back his planet, Cybertron. And the action sounds cool. I mean, I like the screens, I like the IMAX footage. I mean, they use some IMAX footage, IMAX cameras to it in order to make the movie realistic, and that actually sounds cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, let's hope this movie doesn't suck. Come on, Michael Bay. Why does everyone hate Transformers? Because of you. You ruined it. But let's hope this movie is good. Next one on the list is actually my favorite hero, Spider-Man Homecoming. Yes, it's been like 10 years after Spider-Man 3, which is going to be a decade now. But guess what? We got a replacement, Spider-Man Homecoming. Yes, we got Tom Holland back, we got Iron Man, and worst of all, we got another villain to be introduced, and that's basically Vulture, played by Michael Keaton. Oh yes, we also got Shocker. And actually this movie sounds intense, so it's going to be the first Spider-Man that will ever be the MCU, and Sony will be responsible for this. And yeah, this will be actually be a good Spider-Man movie, I guess. And this will be another take, the 3rd take on Spider-Man. I mean, think of it, we have 5 Batman takes, and now we have the 3rd take for Spider-Man. Next one is War for the Planet of the Apes. The reason why I'm excited for War for the Planet of the Apes is that this movie is actually the 3rd movie in the Planet of the Apes franchise reboot, or however you call it. And best of all, this movie is directed by the movie who directed my favorite movie, Let Me In, and that is Matt Reeves, who will be also be directing the Batman, I suppose. And what's cool is that basically, as I see that the Apes will now be facing war face to face with Woody Harrelson, so that's not a good thing. And the visual effects looks good, and I like how the setting of the story is gonna be. So this looks intense for it. War for the Planet of the Apes. Let's see what to expect. The next one on my list is basically Dunkirk. Now, Dunkirk is actually a World War II movie directed by Christopher Nolan. And what's good about this movie is that it's a World War II movie, which yes, takes place in 1941. And what's good is that what Nolan did is that they use IMAX cameras. And what's so good about it is that it tries to capture a good image. It has a great visual, a great setting for World War I. I mean, what could we expect? Those awesome actions. I can't wait to look for it. And last time I watched the IMAX footage for Dunkirk in IMAX, and it was actually great. I think I'm looking forward to the movie. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, I want to watch this movie. And I think the last one on my pick is actually Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. And this movie stars my favorite actor, Dane DeHaan. And according to this movie, this is actually based on the late 60s French comic Valerian et Laudelin. And this movie is actually going to be based on that comic. And what's so great is that there's a great visuals, there's a great setting in it, and it looks like the next Star Wars or Star Trek generation. But actually it looks great. I mean, it's going to come up with the great settings, there's some great action in it, and what do we expect? Dane DeHaan. Oh my god, I just can't wait to see it. But yeah, those were my top picks on the summer movies. What were your most anticipating summer movies of 2017? Let me know in the comments below. And that is my top picks for most anticipating summer movies of 2017. Maybe you should have already seen the list down in the description below. And here's the outro. That is all for this video. If you do enjoy this video, give it a like. That would be very helpful. And in the description you'll find 2 links where you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. I appreciate you guys for watching this, and I'll see you another time. Bye bye.